They were able to save the old moldings, which I'm very happy about. So this is like the perfect before and then after. Welcome back to another episode of Bro Premier, guys. If you are new to the channel, we've been working on my 2009 Volkswagen Routan. It has 163,000 miles and I picked it up for $1,300. In the first episode, I tried to figure out why the front bumper wasn't aligning right. In the second episode, I ended up fixing all the plastic housing around the front bumper and the radiator, along with parts of the front bumper. I also was able to go to the junkyard and finally get all the seats needed to make this a normal family van again. The only unfortunate thing was these seats are from a Dodge Grand Caravan and the latches just don't latch correctly on the front, but we were able to get all the other seats to fit right. The front seats are perfect. I ended up combining them together so we could keep the power off the front seat along with the heat elements off the front seat from the Volkswagen and put them on the Dodge Grand Caravan. Also, the stow and goes in the back work perfectly. That's why we're able to fit all the old seats in the back right now, because those are pushed down correctly. But today, our goal is to run to the junkyard. It's a little late, it's already 3 o'clock, so the junkyard closes in 3 hours. So I want to run down to the junkyard and get the replacement board for this, along with the replacement latch for the actual seat. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to head down to the junkyard, try to get that floorboard, return the old seats so they're no longer here. I have nowhere to put them in the trash. Also, I would like to try to get a windshield if I have enough time. Like I said, there's only 3 hours, half an hour there, I have to fill up. Tank is empty. Getting kind of tight on time, but I'm definitely going to try to get the windshield as well as the floorboard. Fingers crossed. Let's get at it. All right, I am back from the junkyard. I was able to get the floorboard. Came out to like $100 bucks. Not that cheap. Anything out of the prime lot always costs an extra 20%. So it is what it is. Right now, my goal is I would like to remove this seat, pull it out completely. Then I would like to push these seats up and yank this floorboard out. I was able to get the new joints or like hinges, whatever those are, the shackle spots. So I'm basically gonna remove the old floor, take out the old shackle points, and then put in the new ones. So that is the goal. Let's get at it. new seats are in, the new floor is in, everything fits. It looks awesome. Check it out. If you guys hadn't watched this, you wouldn't even know this is all brand new. So I am very content with the floorboards, with the seats now. Of course, everything still needs to be scrubbed and washed really, really well. I started vacuuming up probably underneath there a little bit just because I knew it would be harder once I put this all on there. And then I started vacuuming up around here just because I knew I was going to put the seats back in. I didn't want to keep pushing dirt and muck down back into these little holes here. Only bummer, this thing is still here. I don't think it's a big deal, is what it is. One of the things I tried to show you guys was how heavy these frames were. I mean, this is, I would say, 10, maybe 15 pounds of steel. This is ridiculous. But the little dinky Dodge ones I put in there, I want to say are maybe 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds. It was amazing to me, the difference. I mean, just the thickness of the actual steel. These are probably 1/8 and those are probably 1/16. I can see, and my brother was definitely right, Volkswagen put in much safer seats, definitely a higher grade than what is in here currently. But with all that said, I think that's going to wrap it up for this evening. I'll probably get you guys again in the morning. All right, guys, it's the next morning. So my goal for right now is I would like to go get the windshield replaced. Now, I've already called ahead to a few other places. The guy that I originally went to with the Mazda wants $300 for this windshield. I called to a couple other locations. One wants $225, another one wants $189. So we're gonna go to the $189 spot, check it out. They were the first place I called, had the lowest quote that I called, so I probably should just stick with them. So that's the goal for right now. We're gonna drive down, get the windshield replaced, and then go from there. Let's get at it. Alright guys, I am back from the windshield shop. As you saw, I think I only showed you a few tiny little clips. They were okay with taping it at first, then one of the guys kind of complained about it, so I had to stop. Either way, it's cool. I ended up saving like $100 by going to them, and they saved me like an hour and a half of time. So I'm very happy with those guys. They did try to upsell me like an extra $20 in moldings, but I told them if they could save the old ones, I'd pay them the same $20 because I prefer the older look versus some new generic fitting. But check it out. So this is the new windshield. Came out very clean. They were able to save the old moldings, which I'm very happy about. Looks sharp. He ended up charging me $10 for tax, which I think was just his little try to make a few extra bucks, but it's fine. I'm totally okay with it. But it looks good. Looks very sharp. I cannot complain. Literally 20 minutes in and out. I was very impressed with how efficient those guys were. But right now that everything's done affecting inside to out, I want to start working on the interior. The first thing we're going to do is I would like to start tackling the headliner and probably all the objects involving it. So I basically want to move from top to bottom. Just makes sense, everything falls down. So I'm basically going to start all the way up here at the sun visors because they're pretty nasty. Definitely some working hands have been on them. So we're going to try our best to get them back to normal. That one's not too bad, but that one's pretty funky. So we're going to try our best to get them normal. And then I will probably be going through all the electronics like the screens, cleaning them off, making sure they work, because if they do, that's a huge selling point for this thing. I will be very happy if that works. So anyway, that is the goal. Let's get at it. sun visors are clean. I cleaned up the plastics around it. It's coming out pretty good. I did discover one thing. So first, if you look, it is a major difference in the front end. But what I did find out is all these little dots up here are actually paint that's splattered. So it's kind of everywhere. In fact, here's one, here's another. There's a bunch of little spots, little specks all over the place. Now, what I would like to tackle is the midsection. So I'm probably gonna go like up until this line. But there's a lot of little specks of paint and stuff on this plastic, kind of all over, either dirt, grime, or specks of something. So I think I might try to use some nail polish remover on some of this. The paint was just chipping off the plastic here. It just won't come out of the cloth, of course. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna start next. Let's get at it. All right, the headliner is starting to turn out awesome. I'm very happy. From what I can see, we'll see how it looks when it dries, but in its wet condition, it looks nearly new. I'm very impressed. I'm very happy with how it's turning out. You guys saw the TV works. I'm trying to figure out how I can put like a movie on there or something for the pictures. I'll have to figure out. At least the first one works. I'm gonna try the second one as I clear the rear right now. But check out, just see the difference between the first little head unit and the second. Total difference. So look at that. I mean, look how sharp it came out. And now look at the next one. So this is like the perfect before and then after. I'm really impressed with how well this whole thing's turning out. I can't believe how many little stains have come out. It looks good. It's gonna be a good little van. I'm very pleased with how this is turning out. So what I would like to do right now is clean all this junk out. I was trying to see if this floor was worth anything. There's only one for sale on eBay. So if any of you guys want this, which I highly doubt, but if you do, let me know down in the comments. I'll probably have it for the next day or two while I search if it's worth anything. Or if you know somebody who has this car and would like this, again, I doubt it, but if you do, let me know. I'll put it to the side. Otherwise I have to break it up and kind of destroy it and throw it in the garbage. But anyway, for right now, my goal is to remove all this stuff, get all the junk out, set the seats back up, and use them to finish up the rest of the headliner. I can't wait to see this whole top completely clean. Ooh, this is gonna be a rough section. For sure. I have high hopes. So far, I've been very lucky, knock on wood. A lot of the paint has been enamel. So it just kind of peels up pretty easy with a finger, even a fingernail kind of comes right up. So I've been very lucky with that. Again, knock on wood. So yeah, that's the goal. Let's get at it. All right, the ceiling of the car is done. It looks awesome. I am so happy with how well this thing turned out. I definitely expected it to be a lot worse, and it just wasn't. Oh, I do want to test this TV. I still haven't tested it out just to see if it actually works. So let's try it quick. All right, let's see. Sweet. All right, so both of the TVs work. That is awesome. Oh, that's such a good feeling. So sweet. Turn it off. Turn off the front one. Oh, perfect. And then it has this cool little holder for the remote. Boom. How sweet is that? So what I would like to do right now is actually start to clean this back pillar on both sides. Pretty aggressive. There is a lot of stuff to wipe up, but at the very least I'd like to get it out of here and just start cleaning it up. So that's the goal. Let's get at it. All right, so I finished the rear pillars. They're looking pretty good, but to be completely honest, I had to stop because I'm running out of rubbing alcohol. But as far as the left side, it came out really well. There is this scarring here, which I think I'm gonna burn a little bit with probably a torch. Probably cut some of this and burn it to kind of match. This side came out pretty good. There's definitely some scarring again. I'll probably hit with a torch as well, up here again. Down here, this is where I ran out of rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna have to get more, because I think I can get still a lot more of these little black lines out. But overall, guys, I mean, just with the headliner, sorry, it is getting dark, probably hard to see, but these two back pillars and the seats in, I'm starting to see the transformation take place. I'm really happy with how it's coming along. I think it is going to be a really nice, sharp looking van when I'm all said and done. But I think my goal for next episode will be to probably finish the plastics and then probably tackle the seats, and if I can get to it, also the floor. It's a lot to do. These seats, as you guys saw, are completely filthy. I don't think a lot of them have hard stains, but the nice part is behind the cloth is plastic. So even if there are harder stains, they're not deep. They're like, I don't know, that thick. They're not far in. So should be able to work out most of them. There might be a few that stay, but overall it should look really nice. I'm really happy with how well the windshield came out. Came out so good. So glad the new seats fit. Finally, that floorboard is out of the way. I gotta figure out how to throw that thing out. But anyhow, guys, with all that being said, I think that is going to wrap up this episode of Bro Premiere. If you haven't yet, make sure to go down, smash the like button. It really does help me out with the YouTube algorithms. It's been very nice. Appreciate it every time. Thank you, guys. And if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't yet, make sure to go down, hit the subscribe button, and click the notifications bell. I put out 2 a week, so make sure that you don't miss them. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll catch you again on Sunday. Later, guys.